Hey guys, this is going to be a video showing the Shooter's Arms Manufacturing Elite 1911, which is a more tactical style 1911, and the comparison to the Tisas Zig M1911, which is a more traditional GI style pistol. So I'm going to go over some of the differences, and then I'll just show you some of the things that I've done to them to make them how I want them, and then I'll show you what they come with factory. I'll show you the cases and stuff like that. So I've already done a video on SAM Elite. You can look at my channel, and I have part 1 and part 2 for this. I think I'm limited to 10-minute videos on this camera. It's an older camera that we have, but it works for this. I have a tripod for it, so I'm going to do my best to not blab and get through this for you guys. So let's start with the SAM. In the last video I had Hogue wraparound grips on this, and now I put Magpul. These are the Gen 1 Magpul grips on it. And then on the front strap, this is the GT5000 rubberized grip tape. And has a really good feel to it. The Hogues are awesome. And I have larger hands, but they're slim. The Hogues felt great, but I guess they make it almost as wide as like a double stack Glock when you put these on and stuff. So the whole point of a 1911 is to have it kind of slim. And I've heard great things about these Magpuls, and I got them cheap enough. I think they were like 15 shipped from the guy I got them from. And the other thing I like is that this cut here gives you easy access to the mag release. So if I was ever to run this in an IDPA match, then I can do reloads a little bit faster on this than you can with the Hogue. So that's kind of why I went this way. All the pistols are safety checked already. Not that it matters on camera, but I know there's a lot of Nazis out there. So anyhow, the Elite comes with extended slide stop and safety, the 2-hole trigger, and it has the beaver tail, and they come with both the guns actually come with 8-round mags. The Shooter's Arms comes with an ACT mag, which is made in Italy. They are not Metgars. And then the Zig M1911 comes with a Metgar 8-round. We can actually compare the two mags and see that there is a slight difference. Metgar mags run a polymer follower, whereas the ACT has a metal follower. They both are 8-round mags, so they do have the base plate that sticks out, unlike the US GI mags, which are 7-round mags that are flush fit. I have run these mags. I mean, they're all going to work because they're all 1911 mags. So I've ran the I bought 2 extra of the nickel-plated Metgar mags, the 8-round with the base pad, and I've run those in the Zig, and both these guns have been flawless, with the exception of the first time I ran the ACT mag in the SAM. It failed to feed the last round on the first mag, but ever since then it's ran flawless. And the Zig has only run flawless, but I've only put 150 rounds through that, and I think around the same number on this. I bought this gun new through Bud's Gun Shop for $341 shipped, and let me show you the grips that comes with. It comes with these cheap plastic checkered. They look like the Para Ordnance, or Para whatever, I don't know if it's Ordnance, but Para, which Remington bought I think now, but anyhow, they look similar to those grips. They are ridiculously cheap. Like, I could, if I bent this, I could probably snap it in half. The Tisas comes with these Turkish walnut grips. They are smooth, extremely slippery. I've never had these on the gun because I did buy this gun used with very low round count from a guy that had already swapped grips. So these were just in the box. There is little to no finish on these. They might even be raw. I don't see any sheen on this. If it is, it's buffed completely down. They might just be hand buffed with a coat of wax. I don't know. They're for sale because they're junk. So 20 bucks shipped. I'm trying to sell them. Let me know. Let's go over the cases. This is the case that the Tisas comes with. Much nicer than what the Shooter's Arms comes with. It's a decent case. I don't use cases, so they just go in my gun storage. So if I sell it, it goes back there. Let me show you what the Tisas comes with, though. They got nice latches on it. Egg crate foam top and bottom. This top, they both pull out easily. Tisas comes with a brush and a rod. This pulls out. Oh, that must be the bottom, sorry. Manuals. It comes with a lock too. I think I put that in where I keep all my locks, basically a trash can. And then this is a spent casing, and then I think they usually, most of the Turkish manufacturers wrap these stickers around the trigger guard, so I'm assuming that's where that was. So, nice case for that one. Now, let me show you the garbage that the Shooter's Arms comes with. Now, if you guys didn't know, Shooter's Arms is Filipino, and they also make ATI and Citadel, I think. They're where Arms Corps makes Rock Island Armory and stuff like that. So this is the case. These feel like they'll snap off at any given second. There's a logo here. It's just a globe. Doesn't say anything on the case anywhere like the Tisas does. This foam is disgusting. It was covered, that pistol came loaded in grease, and you can see the grease is transferred onto this. So that's even oily right there. That's shining. Nasty. But anyhow, like I say, I don't use cases because I store my pistols in the safe on a rack, and then when I take them to the range, I put them in a softer lined bag. Alright, moving on, let's go to the Zig. I have made this, done some things to this to make this look more like a true 1911 A1, and I have a proper safety coming, which is the tab safety like the GIs had. This does not have that. This has the later, I don't even know what they call it, elongated, we'll call it. And then I put a set of the actual brown GI checkered plastic grips on it. When I bought this, the guy gave me a set of, they were like a rosewood double diamond wood grips, which would be correct for a true 1911 with the flat back strap, without the groove here. That's what they came with, but A1s did not run those. So I wanted this, since this is more like an A1, I wanted to run this looking more like an A1. The trigger is a little bit longer than what a true A1 would be. A true A1 is almost, you can barely see it, and then it would be checkered, I believe, and this is grooved. We'll open that up, show you guys there's nothing in there. Anyways, I have a 7-round USGI mag in there right now just because it looks more correct on here. Sights are GI style sights. It's a good gun. I like it because there's very little markings. If you can see, it says Made in Turkey Tisas here. Serial number here. On the dust cover here, it has an importer mark. This says R.OX.NJ. I don't know who that importer is. I'm not familiar. I thought Buds was the importer on these, but who knows. And then serrated, mainspring housing, arched, but no lanyard loop. So I might change that too to make that more correct. So if I have that safety coming, I would need to change the trigger, and I would have to put an arched, either checkered or serrated mainspring housing with lanyard loop. Now, these come ridiculously sprung from the factory. I don't know what the poundage is on the recoil spring, but I put a Wilson complete spring kit in it, so I changed the sear spring, all of them. I changed the plunger spring, changed firing pin spring, back for part 2. I'm sorry, I was blabbing too much. So like I was saying, I changed all the springs in it, and reduced power hammer. I think the Wilson set comes with an 18.5 pound recoil spring and a 19 pound hammer spring. And factory Colts or originals are supposed to run a 16 pound recoil spring and a 23 pound hammer spring is the factory setup per se on those. I ran this Wilson set on it, and it hit primers fine. I didn't have any ignition problems, and trigger is nice. Trigger's a lot better than what it was factory. This trigger is nowhere near as good as the Sam Elite. I'll show you the trigger pull here. So you can see there's take up here, and then decent amount of pressure for that. You could probably tweak a leg on the sear spring. I know some people advise against that. I didn't do it. I just ran the stock bend that was on the Wilson when I got it. There is that reduced pound hammer spring in there, so that may help to part of it. But one of the things I want to show you, like people are saying these Tisas are super tight, and I think if you watch the video from Buds, they say, oh, slide to frame fit, outstanding, super tight. Well, listen to this. It's not. Watch. I don't know if that's going to show up. Maybe you can hear it. Okay, so there's that. Nothing. That's a mag. Nothing. Mag out on this. Can you hear it? One more time. This is much tighter. It's lighter. Trigger. Let's watch this. Take up, break. Trigger's phenomenal on this. Seriously, if you guys are looking for a tactical looking 1911, you're nuts to not consider this gun. I would put this up against... never mind, I'm not even going to do that. But anyhow, this is outstanding. Front sight on these, there's a drilled dot on there. I dripped some orange nail polish that my daughter had on there. I do that on most of my pistols that have a divot in the front sight. I love that. That orange shows up like super bright in the sun. Back sight on that, completely squared off. There isn't serrations on that, but there's a little bit of machine marks, so it doesn't glare or anything like that. Let's go over the finish. I think they call this like a flat bluing or something. It's not great. This, from when I got it, I put this in and out. I run a Blackhawk Serpa at the range. There's big, long marks right here. I don't know if they're going to show up on there, but they're there. There's a spot right here that's light finish. I didn't do that. It came that way. And then there was one right here that would be under the grip tape. So the grip tape's hiding that right now, so you can't see that. It's a sweet pistol, though. I mean, if I was going to get rid of one, I'd get rid of the Tisas, because this thing is outstanding. So I might have to polish that, because that's a little irritating. It looks like oxidation or something on there. So I might have to polish that with the trusty Dremel that everybody, true gunsmiths in quotes, bitch about. But get off it. Dremels are amazing. Barrel on this, very faintly, it does say 45 ACP there, very faintly. Cold hammer forged stainless, and the fit is nice. The fit's nice. Like I said, I did the spring kit on it. You don't need a bushing wrench for either of them. You can do them both by hand. This one I'm running factory springs in. Super light trigger. I don't even know what they're running in it. I've never heard if anybody's tested these. This slide, like glass, and that recoil spring feels lighter than the Wilson, which we know is an 18.5, so it might be a true 16 in there or lighter. Sounds a little bit grittier. Doesn't feel as smooth. And like I say, this does, I wish I had a scale to weigh this for you guys, but I'm telling you, this gun is heavier than the Sam Elite. So I don't know. I think their construction is the same materials. You could look it up. So I'm not sure why the weight is that much different, but it's noticeable. So I think that pretty much covers it. That's some insight into it. So let's recap the case. Tisas wins. The grips, they're both junk. Throw them out. The finish, Tisas wins. The fit, Sam Elite. Ergonomics, running aftermarket grips though, Sam Elite feels better. It's lighter. Accuracy, they're pretty much neck and neck. That trigger on that Sam Elite makes grouping much less work for the shooter. I'll put it that way. They both have ran flawless except for that magazine issue that first time with the ACT mag. I've heard ACT mags are so-so, we'll see. It's ran flawless ever since. This USGI mag is ran flawless. So I have another USGI mag coming. So I'll have, I think, 6 total 1911 mags. And next time I go to the range, maybe I'll bring the camera and make a comparison shooting video for you guys. But either way, they're both well under 400 bucks. You can get Zigs right now, Kentucky Gun Company, $329 shipped. I got the Sam Elite $341 shipped. They're in that $350 range. Sam Elite hands down is better, in my opinion. But it's not a GI style, so it's a more modern look. They're both great. I probably won't sell either one because I don't have much into them. I like the two drastically different 1911s, and I see no reason to spend 500 bucks plus on those. I mean, they're both awesome. They do what I need them to do. So anyhow, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and shoot safe. Thanks.